Hello, you are welcome to my channel once again. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Oge, and I want to know, are you this type that is always sick every now and then, despite whatever you might do or try to do in order to stop the sickness? There are times when people fall sick from time to time, and whenever they visit hospital, they will not still be okay. Despite the treatment, they will still not be okay. Are you among this type of people? Do you always fall sick every now and then? And there are times when the test results will read nothing, showing that you are physically okay. There are times when the test results will read something, and then after the treatments given to that person, the person will still not be okay. And whenever you go for treatment in the hospital, the test results will keep on reading the same thing. Even if you change hospital from hospital to hospital, it is still the same thing. And most of the time, people will always complain of malaria and typhoid fever. But then there are times when they will go for tests and the test will not read anything. It will not even read that malaria, not to talk of typhoid fever. So when it comes to this is what you are supposed to do. Once you know that you have done what you're supposed to do by going to hospital and you are still not okay, this is what you are going to do. Is just very simple. It is prayer and nothing else, just prayer. I want you to go down on your knees and pray to God and tell him what you are passing through. Tell him that sickness, whatever the hospital says it is, as long as it gives you body fever, you have fever, your body is so hot, and yet the test result doesn't read anything, or it keeps on reading one particular thing, which the hospital can't really handle. Or not that they can't really handle, but they are doing their best. But whenever you go for any test, it still reads the same thing. Now, after your prayers, just get a full bucket of water, depending on your choice, either hot water, cold water, warm water. Just get a full bucket of water and get a very tiny quantity of salt, maybe a pinch of salt. And then you pray over the water and over the salt and ask God to bless these two items for you. If you remember in the Bible, God commanded Prophet Elisha to cast salt into a foul water so that the foul water will be made wholesome. And then you pray over the water and the salt. After your prayers, mix them together. When you mix them together, you pray Psalm 57. Don't forget, pray Psalm 57. Psalm 57 is all about asking God for help. Whatever might be the cause of whatever you are passing through, even if it's someone that is after you but you don't really know, or a sickness that came on its own, as long as it's not a terminal sickness, please. Not when someone is suffering from cancer, you go and do this. God can still do it for you. It all depends on your faith. It all depends on your faith. But if it's not a terminal illness, but just that you are having a very high fever, I want you to do this. Pray Psalm 57 and then mix the salt and the water and use it to bathe. When you bathe, do not towel your body. Just allow that water to dry on your body and then you dress up. I want you to do this in the morning and equally do it at night. You are going to do it for 3 days. And after 3 days, you are just okay. You forget about it. And you will watch and see how miraculous this thing works. The reason why I am giving this teaching is because I have benefited from this. I remember when I was sick, I went to hospital. Some tests were done and they couldn't discover anything, but my body was so hot. As a matter of fact, I was having rigor. And then I got the message to do that and I did it. On the second day, the fever just left me. But that was last year. And then the same thing repeated itself this year. My elder sister called me on the phone and she was shivering. Her voice was shaking. And she asked me to pray for her, that she's seriously sick, that the sickness just came upon her all of a sudden. And so I told her that I'm going to include her in prayer when I'm praying at night. But before we hung up the phone, I started praying for her immediately. I didn't know when I started it. And so after that prayer, we cut the call. And then by night, when I was about to pray, I remembered her. And the moment I remembered her, I heard the voice that said, put salt inside your bathing water with Psalm 57. And that was exactly what I heard. So after the prayers, I called my sister and told her to do that. So she did it in the morning. And by evening, or should I say by the following day, she was okay. And please, whenever if you notice that you are this type that falls sick every now and then, and you keep on visiting the hospital, remember that the drugs that we are taking are chemicals. Overdosage of them is equally not good for you. They will do that which they are supposed to do, and at the same time, they will do the ones that they are not supposed to do. They will treat that ailment and then cause another ailment if care is not taken. So please, it is good for you to take your drugs, but whereby you are still not getting better, involve the power of God also. And when you are doing all those things, you are not supposed to have the spirit of doubt in you. Never you doubt. Never you ask, will it work? Never you ask, this person that told me this, how does she know? The moment you start asking all these questions, if you do it, it will not work for you. We move by faith, not by sight. So please, I want you to listen to this, watch this video, share this video, because I know that you might have someone who falls sick every now and then. Share this video, even to those in the hospital. There are patients in the hospital who has remained in that hospital for months. In as much as their sickness is not a terminal illness, or it is not an accident, but just that they are having fever, but they have remained in the hospital for weeks with no hope of discharge. If you know anybody like that, please share this video with that person. Tell the person to practice this with faith, and you will see the handwork of God in the lives of those who will practice it. And please, in case you haven't joined us fully, I am pleading with you all to join us fully by subscribing to this channel. And when you subscribe, don't forget to click on the notification bell. And if you come across any video that you love, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any question also that you want to ask me, to go to the comment section. Ask me any question that you want and I will answer you. And I'm going to see us next time. Have a wonderful day and God bless you all.